Hi everyone, Yas que kalos to another episode of Dimitra's Dishes. Today we're going to be making the traditional Greek salad known as Dakos. Dakos is so good. I mean, I have this almost every day when I'm in Greece. It's made with barley rusks that are made in Crete. If you can't find them, I finally found the large ones online on Amazon. They always have the small ones that are sort of used like croutons, which is a great thing to add to a salad. They're so healthy and they're so good. This is my favorite brand, by the way. I'll let you take a look at it. So if you want to get it on Amazon or at your local specialty food store, you can. I'll also put the link down below so that way you can get it. This salad is so good and so simple to make. You're going to need the freshest ingredients that you could find, especially tomatoes, because that is almost the main ingredient along with the barley rusk. Let's get started. These rusks are really dry. They were created so that way it would be a way to preserve bread, and that way you can use it without having to throw it out or anything like that. So they made them really dry and crispy, impossible to eat. You don't want to eat it unless you soak it. So I do like to dip these in a little bit of water, both sides. I don't want to soak them too much because I want them to soak in the tomato puree that we're going to put on top in a little bit, because it's going to add a lot of flavor. So just toss them in the water 1 or 2 times just so that way they can begin to soften, and then put the rusk on a plate. Next, I'm going to grate a tomato. You want to get the freshest tomatoes that you can find. And if you've been to Greece and had the Greek tomatoes, they're probably the best tomatoes in the world. I've never had tomatoes that taste that sweet and that good anywhere else. But get the freshest tomatoes that you could get and grate one. I like to use a box grater to do this. It's just the way that we do things in Greece, so I just did it over here. If you have another way, be my guest. Go ahead and grate that and put the tomato puree on top of the rusk. And then I also like to finely chop another tomato so you could have different layers of texture. Go ahead and dice that tomato up and season it with a little bit of salt, and you could put that over the rusk as well. Then I have a red onion here, but you can definitely use a shallot instead. You're just going to need a little bit of it, and just finely chop that to sprinkle and just add a little bit of flavor onto the salad. Put as much as you want in there. I also like to put some capers on top. It's not traditional, but they started doing that in Greece. Everywhere I go, I just see capers in the salad, and it just adds flavor, a little pop of flavor, and they're so good. I also have some Kalamata olives that I'm just going to cut in half and put a few on top of my salad, and then some dried oregano. Then, this is not traditional. Again, some people put vinegar in their Dakos and some people don't. I'm using our white balsamic vinegar that is available in our shop. If you want to get some, you can head over there. We ship in the United States, so you can go on over there and get some. I'm just going to drizzle some on top, and then lots and lots of really good quality Greek olive oil, which is also in our shop. And then finally, I'm going to just crumble some Feta cheese on top. Now, Feta cheese is not traditionally used in Crete. We use a soft cheese known as Dimitra. It's hard to find here. The closest you can get to it is a salty ricotta cheese, which I can't find either. If you want to kind of replicate that texture, you can combine ricotta cheese with feta, crumble it together, and then sprinkle it on top. It'll be as close as you can get to the Cretan Dimitra. But that's it. Now it's just ready to be served. It's that simple. The longer it sits with the tomatoes on top, the softer the rusk is going to get. You're going to notice that the edges are much softer than the center. It just takes a little bit of time. Let it sit in there in the olive oil and the tomato and all of the juices, and it's just going to absorb all those flavors, and it's going to be so delicious. If you cannot find barley rusks, or for some reason you don't like them, you can toast up some bagels, some sourdough bread. You can use whatever bread or rusk that you like for this recipe. The barley rusk is just a traditional thing that we use. Time to give it a taste. So good. Such a healthy, filling salad. I hope you guys give this recipe a try. The recipe, you can print it out on the website, dimitrasdishes.com. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any more recipe requests, post them down below and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I'll see you all next time. Yes, us.